Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. We're here each and every day. Every day. A little late today because I was on the telephone with my marketing person working on a book that I'm going to be releasing in the near future. So I'm very excited about that. But today I wanted to talk about is how are you experiencing life? That's the question I want to go today. How are you experiencing life? Because what I want to share with you is that your focus and your ability to ask that question open-minded will allow you to understand that no matter what you're focused on, your life is in balance. But we get so caught up in a one-sided view of life that we don't see the balance. We don't see it. And then we get blown away with it. So I look at my life yesterday was absolutely wonderful. And it was challenging at the same time. So I was dealing with situations that really challenged me. Then I was dealing with situations that really supported me. I was dealing with situations that I didn't want to deal with. I was dealing with situations I want to deal with more. And I realized it's the juggling. It's the juggling. And knowing that the balance is there. Knowing the balance is there. So, for example, if you're not feeling well, the balance is there because now you've got time. You're not having to be as busy. And maybe it's a time to reflect. Maybe it's a time to just rest. If you're really excited about doing something, it wakens up your creative juices. So your creative juices are flowing through you, where before, when you're bored and you're laying around, there's no creative juices going on. And so sometimes what we don't see is that we have planted seeds in the consciousness, the cosmic consciousness. We have planted seeds, but we don't think they're growing. But they are. They are. And you just sort of got to look. You got to sort of just feel a little bit. What feeling is different? Is there a different feeling today than yesterday? And what happens is, it's not like Jack and the Beanstalk. You get that? You don't plant a thought and instantaneously a huge beanstalk goes up and you climb it and there you are in another world. No. It grows slowly. Do you believe how conditioned we are to think that we can manifest instantaneously? Even just think about that fairy tale, Jack and the Beanstalk. It implanted in children's minds that goes into adulthood that the beanstalk actually came up instantaneously. Now, as an adult, you may say, well, I know that the beanstalk didn't come up instantaneously, but yet in the back of your mind, is there not maybe the hidden expectation that you should be demonstrating immediately? That there's no time involved? Ernest Holmes, who wrote The Science of Mind, said, there is a natural evolution in the demonstration of a prayer. He didn't say prayers are answered instantaneously. He said there is a natural evolution. What is that evolution? It is the evolution about the amount of time it takes to build a full and complete belief. A full and complete belief. Now, if you got to think about, well, I believe that. Do you really believe that? Do you believe it so much that it's already in your subconscious mind, that it's already in all your thoughts, words, actions, and feelings? Or is it something you want to have? You see, if we're still in a state of wanting, the belief isn't there. You're a wanton man or a wanton woman. Because when you believe something, you just know it. You're not even thinking about it anymore because you believe it. When you believe something, you never think about it again. You think it's already done. And then all of a sudden it shows up. It's like 2 weeks ago, I sent my draft to my marketing person. Person's going to publish, edit, and publish my book. I didn't think about it after I did it. Then yesterday, I got back the first draft with with about a bunch of 6 or 7 cover options. Now, what I did is I looked at the cover options, prayed about them, got my ideas on that, sent them off, already talked with her about that. Now I know I let it go. Now what's going to happen? Creativity is going to take place. And the perfect design is going to come back. I know it. I don't worry about it. I don't contemplate it. I let it go. That's one of the things we've talked about that before, is that once you've done your work, you let go of any expectation that something else is going to happen. You just let it go. If you're not letting it go, it means there's work to do on building your belief. Am I releasing my book? I don't know what you mean by that, Kesha. I will be releasing a book. I've released to the universe that the book is done and the book will be published, and it will be very practical. It's a practical guide to creating a fulfilled life. That's the tagline. But the name of the book is The Power in You. That's where I'm at this time. The book is The Power in You, a practical guide to creating a fulfilled life. And every chapter is about a power in you, a different power in you. Yeah, Moniqua, letting go is not easy. Our ego loves to attach. What did the Buddha say? It's not the thing that gives you suffering. It's the attachment to the thing that brings suffering into your life. If being unattached was easy, we'd all be transformed. We wouldn't even be on the planet. We wouldn't be on the planet. So you guys got any questions today? I want your questions. You don't have to wait long, Chester. It'll be in the next 3 months, I think it'll be done. And you say, why so long? Well, they say there's a whole marketing thing that's got to happen with it. Daisy says something. Let your life choose your balance. I guess I would have to have a discussion with you, Daisy, and understand, what does it mean, let your life? Are you talking about your conscious mind? Are you talking about something greater than you? Because I don't think the greater power cares what I do. I don't think it cares at all. People talk about God has a plan for you. The universe has a plan for you. I say, no, I don't believe that at all. I think I was given complete and perfect free will. I was given free will to say, what's in my heart? What's in my consciousness? What's in my awareness? And then I start moving in that direction. And as I move in that direction, my job is to realize that everything I get as I move in that direction is in balance. When I don't, most of the time, I don't see it in balance, but it is always in balance. And when things are on the way, you don't see them as a problem. You don't see them as bad. You just see them as on the way. Beth says to me, Lee, what is your biggest challenge? Well, Beth, patience. I have the beanstalk in the back of my mind. Well, let's have that book done. Hey, I've already got the sequel to it. Already got a journal put in my mind of what to do. So patience is mine. Patience is mine. There's no question that patience is mine. I want to see our in-person services filled every week. I want to see us going to a bigger room. I want to see people connecting at a deeper and deeper level. Right now, can't happen. It takes time. Many, 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 many people are worriers. We've been taught to worry. Let me tell you something. Richard says, do you start this talk session at 8 o'clock Central? I get notifications on Facebook approximately 10 minutes after you start. I start 6 days a week at as close to 8 o'clock as possible. Today I was a couple minutes late because I was on a phone call. On Sunday, it'll be closer to 7:30 because I have to leave the house by 8 in order to go to our in-person Sunday service that we're now doing. So yes, I start at 8 o'clock. So you can join me on Facebook or YouTube at 8 o'clock. I will be publishing within the next minute or so. So that's what I'm doing there. Wendy says, I have a dream that I am sabotaging myself from creating. I'm too scared to start. Well, here's the key thing. Start with something small. Prove yourself something small. That's the key thing. Don't start real big. That gets scary. Start small. Start proving yourself and then building it up. Or realize that if you're going to create something big, just focus on what's the next step and don't worry about the completion of it. My next step in the book was getting back ideas on the cover. That was it. Not to go through all the edits that have been done in the book. Oh my God, that's a monstrous task. So what will I do once I start the edits on Monday? Because I do have some time off. I need to recharge, rejuvenate. When I start the edits, I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to do 5 pages a day. I'm going to start small. I'm not going to start big. I'm not going to say I have to get this done in a week. No. That's an artificial deadline that I've created for myself that gets me in stress and puts me in pressure. Why would I put myself in that big a pressure? Because here's the key thing. I could do it. But then one of the things that's one of the primary teachings that I do is talk about the power of balance. That it's critical to have balance in your life, balance in your relationships, balance in your health, balance in your career, balance in your money, balance in fun, balance in social, balance in spirituality. I'm a huge believer that balance is critical to a fulfilled life. It's critical. So if you get overwhelmed and just do one thing, there's no balance. And you're going to teeter-totter right off the cliff. And Wendy talks about one of my favorite lines. You got to be persistent and consistent in what you do in a balanced way. Let me throw the B word in there. Love the B word. Kesha, is there something like Great Awakening? I've had moments where it was a bigger than normal awakening, Kesha. The people that I've heard that have had the bigger awakening are those who have had near-death experiences. Those are the ones that I've heard of. I've not had a near-death. I've had 2 near-death experiences, but I didn't die. The possibility of dying was there. But what happened for me is I just stepped out of my body and was just watching it. So that's probably one of the reasons I don't have a lot of fear about myself dying. Just don't see that as anything. Here's the thing. If you're doing something, Wendy says, I enjoy the process of creating. It's when pressure is put on to make money doing it. Well, it's not really the pressure to make money doing it. I think it's more the internal belief, is what I'm creating worth anything? So then it becomes a matter of personal self-worth. Is what you're doing worthy of being compensated for? So when I get my book and put my book out, it's not going to be a free book. No, there's valuable information in the book. So there needs to be an exchange of energy in the book. I give you information, you give back money. That's energy. There's got to be that. If it's one-sided all the time, look at it this way. I give out a lot of free stuff. This is free. 7 days a week I do this. I also do meditation every morning, free every morning. What happens though? People who get juiced by this, they just start giving to Agape. I've had people just blindly, I've never asked, they just go to Agape's website, they go to the give tab and they sign up and they do a reoccurring gift each and every week or each and every month. I don't make it a requirement, but here's what I know. The universe always gives back. Make sense? God, what a great day it was. Have I been talking today? My God, it's like a Sunday talk. Listen, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for participating in me because you make this fun. And what I do hope is, I hope I help you make your life more fulfilled. If you need support, you got to ask for it. Remember that. People will not support you unless you ask. And if you ask, you're saying to the universe, I am worthy. Go create a great day. Know that I love you and I accept you just like you are. Until tomorrow, aloha.